Today we celebrate Scotland. Putting on a kilt and going to the park is not unusual. Being at the pavilion, which is in the park just behind us, and playing for dancers, playing for the crowd, meeting people, and just having a great time chatting. The Scottish presence basically in North America can be traced back to about 1010 when the Vikings came through. The Scottish presence in Calgary goes back to the founding of the fort in 1875. The founding of the society that I represent, the St. Andrew Caledonian Society of Calgary, goes back to 1884. That was our first St. Andrew's dinner, and we had our first Robbie Burns dinner in 1886. So we've been doing this for quite a long time, and it's been part of the scene in Calgary for 136 years. In 1998, we had a 75th anniversary dinner, and that was 75 years of being an incorporated society in the province of Alberta. And one of the proposals at the dinner was that Calgary have a tartan. Tartan is a very interesting example because there's tartans all over the world. There's in Australia, and there's the Bahamas, there's Bermuda, there's French, there's Dutch tartans, Spanish tartans. They're just all over the place. It's a kind of a universal form of expression of identity. It's kind of like wearing your team colors. So we came down to the judging panel, and in 2003 we came up with our final decision, which was this one, and it was checked with the Tartan Authority to find out that it was unique, and it was. The red for the RCMP, or Northwest Mounted Police at that time, the black for the petroleum industry, and then there would be yellow for the wheat fields to the east, blue for the two rivers that cross in Calgary, the Bow and the Elbow, and gray for the mountains to the west. And then to top it off is Calgary's colors, red and white. And so it's representative of Calgary. Highland dancing is one of the probably foremost activities in Scottish culture. It's highly demanding, requires a great deal of physical fitness and a lot of practice, especially when it comes to technique. It's really come down to being quite an athletic event, and it's not so much something you do spontaneously anymore, but at one time it was. And there's a tale about the sword dance, and that prior to a battle, a warrior would place his sword on the ground and he would dance over it to honor it and say, basically bonding with the sword, and that it would be true and would keep him safe in battle. And then afterwards, after the battle, if it was the case and he was victorious, he would take the sword of his fallen or vanquished foe and lay it across, making a cross formation, and then he would do a dance again. Prior to the battle, if he touched the sword, that would indicate he might get wounded. If he kicked it, he's done for. After the battle, it was a much more intimate dance because you would dance into the sword, and then you would do it in fast time as well too, to show your excellence in technique, and also your stamina as well too. Having fought a battle and then being able to dance afterwards, it's quite remarkable. People, they can find their Scottish roots everywhere, and it's all over the place.